Hey there, Yankees fans. The Bronx Bombers have been making waves over the past few hours, and we've got a jam-packed update on everything happening in Pinstripes. If you've been keeping a close eye on roster moves, trade whispers, and minor league developments, you're in for a treat because there's plenty to unpack, and it's all happening right now. The Yankees' offseason has been anything but quiet, and the latest developments show that the front office is working tirelessly to balance the lineup, add depth, and prepare for another run at the top of the American League East. Let's start with some clarity on a player who has been through a whirlwind of transactions in recent months. Marco Luciano, the 24-year-old infielder and outfielder, has officially cleared waivers and will now report to AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre. This is huge news for both the player and the organization. After being designated for assignment just last week, Luciano's journey through the waiver wire has been a roller coaster. Originally a top prospect in the San Francisco Giants organization, he found himself claimed by Pittsburgh, then Baltimore, and finally landed in New York. Now, with the Yankees keeping him in the system, there's a sense of stability at last. Luciano's path to this point has been a mix of high potential and tough adjustments. He came up as a shortstop and was once considered a possible successor to Brandon Crawford in San Francisco. His minor league numbers reflect serious talent. Over nearly 1,000 at-bats at AAA, Luciano has shown legitimate power, smashing 33 home runs in a hitter-friendly Pacific Coast League. He also boasts an impressive walk rate, taking walks in roughly 16% of his plate appearances. However, the strikeout numbers are a concern, both in the minors and during his limited time in the majors, where he struck out over 35% of the time while posting a slash line below the league average. Defensive struggles have been part of the story as well, which is why last season he spent time in left field after the Giants reshuffled their infield depth. Despite these challenges, there's reason for optimism. Luciano still carries the pedigree of a former top prospect, and at 24, he has time to develop. The Yankees view him as a versatile piece who can contribute as organizational depth and potentially be a right-handed bat to balance a lineup heavily weighted toward left-handed hitters. He is slated to participate in spring training, giving him an opportunity to show he belongs in the mix. If he performs well, he could return to the big league roster, and the team would retain control over his contract for multiple years, which makes him a low-risk, high-upside option. His presence in AAA provides insurance for the Yankees while also giving him a chance to refine his game and work on areas that limited his impact in the past. While Luciano's situation offers reassurance, the Yankees are still actively seeking ways to strengthen their roster, particularly with right-handed hitters. The team has relied heavily on left-handed power in recent seasons, which works well at Yankee Stadium's short right field porch, but leaves the lineup vulnerable against quality left-handed pitching. With spring training just around the corner, the front office has been exploring potential acquisitions to add balance and depth. Names have surfaced, and the Yankees are particularly interested in a versatile right-handed bat who can step in at multiple positions. One player who has been generating buzz is Ty France, a player with recent American League East experience thanks to his time with both Minnesota and Toronto last season. France's skill set combines contact hitting, defensive versatility, and the ability to play multiple infield positions. Over the past season, he posted solid numbers with a batting average above .250, an on-base percentage over .320, and contributed both power and run production. Defensively, he has proven to be highly effective, providing value across first, second, and third base. For a contending team like the Yankees, having a player capable of filling in across the infield while maintaining a consistent offensive presence is invaluable. His experience in the division, combined with his defensive reliability, makes him a particularly attractive option as the team looks to round out the roster before opening day. Adding a player like France would also help offset some of the risks associated with younger, less proven infielders on the roster. Ben Rice, for example, has shown promise but lacks extensive big league experience, while other infielders, including Ryan McMahon and Jazz Chisholm Jr., carry their own sets of questions and uncertainties. France's presence could provide stability and flexibility, allowing the Yankees to construct their best lineup depending on matchups and pitching. Right-handed hitting depth remains a priority, and if the front office can land a versatile player who complements the existing roster, it could be a major factor in the team's pursuit of the postseason. While focusing on acquisitions, the Yankees also had to say goodbye to a player who briefly passed through the Bronx. Michael Chauncey, an outfielder who offers strong defensive skills and speed on the bases, has been claimed off waivers by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chauncey's journey has been as unpredictable as any in recent memory, moving from Cincinnati to St. Louis, then Atlanta, New York, and now Los Angeles. His offensive numbers have been modest over his major league career, but his defensive metrics and base running efficiency make him a valuable depth piece for teams willing to utilize him in a bench or minor league role. Losing a player with his speed and defensive versatility is a small blow for the Yankees, but the team's focus remains on strengthening the core lineup and addressing areas of need with targeted additions. These moves highlight the strategic approach the Yankees are taking as the new season approaches. They are balancing the development of young talent like Luciano with the pursuit of experienced, versatile players like France, all while monitoring roster flexibility and depth. The combination of minor league prospects, potential acquisitions, and positional versatility reflects a team that is methodically preparing for both immediate success and sustained competitiveness. Every roster decision carries implications for matchups, lineup construction, and long-term control of talent, and the Yankees' front office seems committed to making each move count. For fans, it is an exciting period filled with possibilities and questions. Will Marco Luciano prove himself in AAA and earn another shot with the big league club? Will the Yankees land the right-handed bat they have targeted to balance the lineup? How will these moves impact the team's performance in the early weeks of the season? There is plenty to monitor, and each development provides insight into how the team is shaping up. Ty France continues to emerge as a prime target in this pursuit. His combination of versatility and experience within the American League East positions him as a potentially transformative addition to the lineup. Beyond his offensive contributions, France's defensive ability across multiple positions could allow the Yankees to maximize their roster flexibility. Injuries or slumps among starters would be less disruptive if a player like France is available to step in at first, second, or third base, or even provide support in the outfield. That adaptability is especially valuable for a team competing in a grueling division where every game matters. Meanwhile, the situation with Marco Luciano provides an interesting subplot. Though he will start the season in AAA, there's still significant upside to his potential contributions at the major league level. His power numbers in the minors suggest a player capable of impacting games with long balls, and his ability to draw walks demonstrates plate discipline that could be harnessed with additional coaching and experience. While his strikeouts remain a concern, his age and previous prospect pedigree make him a candidate for growth. The Yankees' approach of keeping him within the organization reflects a strategy of maintaining potential future assets while simultaneously strengthening the current roster with more immediate contributors. The Yankees have also been monitoring the waiver wire closely, as evidenced by recent activity with Michael Chauncey. His departure to the Dodgers underscores how quickly roster dynamics can change. Chauncey's speed and defensive skill set were attractive, but the team's broader focus on lineup balance and strategic acquisitions ultimately determined that their attention would be better spent elsewhere. This decision reflects the front office's long-term vision, which is not just about filling immediate gaps, but also creating a roster that can handle the full breadth of the season's challenges. Depth, versatility, and strategic alignment appear to be guiding principles in every move. Looking at the broader picture, the Yankees' offseason strategy combines patience with aggression. They have been willing to hold on to prospects like Luciano while simultaneously pursuing targeted right-handed bats to offset the lefty-heavy lineup. This dual approach signals a nuanced understanding of both player development and roster construction. By maintaining flexibility, the organization ensures it can respond to unexpected circumstances, whether that means injuries, slumps, or opportunities arising from the free agent market. Every decision seems calculated to optimize the balance between long-term potential and immediate competitiveness. The minor league system also plays a crucial role in this strategy. Players like Luciano, who are on the fringe of major league readiness, serve as both insurance policies and developmental projects. AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre becomes a proving ground where the Yankees can evaluate performance in a competitive environment while also keeping a ready supply of talent in case roster moves are necessary. The ability to call up players who are familiar with the organization philosophy and coaching style provides a significant advantage over teams that lack such depth. It also creates a continuous pipeline of options, giving the team flexibility in managing both short-term and long-term roster needs. In addition to acquisitions and minor league development, the Yankees' focus on balance extends to matchups and lineup construction. Facing elite pitching, particularly left-handed starters, requires careful planning. Right-handed hitters like France could play pivotal roles in ensuring that the team is not overexposed to pitchers who exploit lefty-heavy lineups. Similarly, maintaining depth across multiple positions allows the coaching staff to rotate players strategically, minimizing fatigue and maximizing performance over a long, grueling season. This attention to detail is a hallmark of organizations aiming not just to compete, but to dominate over the long haul. Off-season acquisitions, potential call-ups, and waiver wire activity all intersect to shape the Yankees' readiness for opening day. Fans are witnessing the team navigate a complex landscape where talent evaluation, roster flexibility, and strategic timing all matter. Every move carries implications for the lineup, bench, and overall team performance, and each decision reflects a calculated effort to maintain competitiveness while managing risk. The dynamic nature of baseball rosters ensures that even minor decisions can have major consequences, and the Yankees are clearly leveraging every available tool to stay ahead. Another key element to consider is how young players will integrate with established stars. Developing a cohesive roster requires blending experience with potential. Veterans provide stability and leadership, while younger players like Luciano bring energy, raw talent, and the possibility of high-impact performances. Balancing these elements requires careful communication, targeted coaching, and strategic deployment in games where matchups matter most. The Yankees' approach reflects a desire to create synergy across all levels of the roster, ensuring that every player can contribute to the team's success in ways that maximize strengths and mitigate weaknesses. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers have begun to circulate around the Bronx, and they center on a familiar figure wearing pinstripes. According to people close to the situation, Aaron Judge has quietly expressed frustration to friends about the direction of the New York Yankees, hinting that the window for a championship may be narrowing faster than many inside the organization want to admit. Nothing has been said publicly, but the tone of these private conversations is described as reflective, even uneasy, coming from a player who has carried both the lineup and the expectations of a franchise. Judge, a towering outfielder drafted by the Yankees in the first round in 2013, has long been viewed as the cornerstone of the team's present and future. Since his major league debut in 2016, he has become not only a star on the field, but also a symbol of hope for sustained contention. That context is what makes the current rumors resonate. Those familiar with Judge's thinking say he is not pointing fingers, but rather questioning timing, durability, and whether the roster around him can realistically be reshaped before opportunity slips away. The speculation suggests a player growing tired of moral victories and long-term promises. Friends reportedly describe Judge as deeply loyal to the Yankees, yet increasingly aware of the physical and mental toll of carrying championship expectations year after year. The sense is not anger, but urgency. At his stature in the sport, seasons are no longer abstract concepts, they're finite chances. Within league circles, such murmurs inevitably lead to bigger questions. Could this mindset influence front office decisions? Might it quietly push the organization toward aggressive moves? Or does it signal a star preparing himself for difficult conversations down the line? For now, Everything remains unofficial, existing only in hushed exchanges and informed guesses. Still, when a player of Judge's profile begins to wonder aloud whether the clock is ticking, even as a rumor, it tends to echo far beyond the clubhouse walls. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.